Omashi TV. Ajatwengme Keminshe.
Machine okay, what do you mean? Coming to you live from the heart of the city, Nijasa Jato Street. Leebi Ŋulami, your machine morning star. We are here to inform and also entertain. Drama if you offend or not, J-Cherry or fair finting echo. Wake Ojeko Ghana or here or yake. Amotone drama if you want to come over. We are machine. I'm glad you need the telating. Many are feed you name. Nakan anyo chilem, anyo micho nyo kunkuremi. Ni mekubeja meno ishumu. Kenya ye me umba chano agbonele ho no ni me fe ni yese ni sake enye ifata ne yemu ake gadan gbebi keji ibale wo afiyeli fe ba yen egbeke ba no wo lebi na keji dro efi wo no shikomi ko en nke anwo ye ne ke be na e ko me fe mo mi mo e na wo twi wafo wo ihira oba keji oba oba kwa boni lebi na Leebi Ŋulami shikamo eyo ya oba shira.
Children have a very high nutritional demand in relation to their size, and vitamins play an important role in maintaining healthy growth. That is why we at Base Pharmacy Company Limited have introduced Base Vite Kid Drops, a multivitamin drop with 7 essential vitamins including vitamin A, D, B1, B2, B6, and vitamin C to aid your child's healthy growth. Base Vite Kid multivitamin drops have been specially formulated to help meet your child's nutritional requirements, helping them to get back to playtime faster. With Base Vite Kid drops from Base Pharmacy Company Limited. For further inquiries of bulk purchase, call Base Pharmacy Company Limited on 0302 672 317 or 0247 287 853.
This advert is FDA approved.
I go by the name Dima. I work at Sunset Beach, and I assure you, if you come to Sunset Beach, you will great coming here. You can come here and have fun with your family, give you food and affordable services. We now have cleaning, bonnet, net, and please, it's free for ladies on every Friday.
My sales going. We have samosa, we have burger, we have pizza, we have a lot of it. And when you go inside, our photo is very clean and singing.
Sunset Beach, we are the best. Expect more. Bye bye.
Grade Aim Academy is all you need. With our neat, spacious, and serene learning environment, we make sure your child is as good as gold. We also engage in lots of extracurricular activities such as excursion, career day celebrations, games, and so much more. Our canteen also serves the best and nutritional meals with your kids well attended to. And we are ready to enroll your ward from nursery, kindergarten, primary to JHS 1. Admission is currently ongoing. Locate Grade Aim Academy on the Mills I Street behind Enterprise Insurance or call us on 0542 426 803. Grade Aim Academy. We see passion and excellence.
Yo man bi fen ke wo ye be shiko me ko wo ke shidaya ha me fen ya me na tue ha wo drum fi wo fen wo no Leebi ne wo ke shidaba no nchole mo ne ba wen ke shipon e bo gbele ke wala re o ke mi she shijiloni e ke na gloni be na du no cho Leebi ne drum fi wo fen wo no ake oba isen o machine o ba do man bi ato enwe ni gonti ajo ni atupa e on body mani me fen ba fata we ke man se ke ningbe fen okay Leebi ne opwenye kemba Leebi Ŋulami ni fi mo no mona wa fi politics nakai shimon dan wa fi politics e sake okay ni bi kuma ashwe gbe no tamo boni woli ake kusumi yo ni wo fi o da Leebi e wo ba ngo shida pleke ha mani da mo se ni okay ni fi mo ne ba ngbe no the Great Aim Academy okay passion and excellence wana me segbe John Evans Atamils High Street no na kan wanyo chi obenke no ani na teacher Abigail lo Madam Abigail e ko lo admission is still in progress shimo no ni pe no ba woji agbena tade gbeke ba po ni ke kaseni kan no say Helios Care Center me hu amefata en wo ke Leebi Ŋulami ni fi mo ba ni gbe no agbena le heartbeat homeopathic clinic ho ma yen Sunset Beach no wa na me ye ni ji old Winneba Road there no Mohamed Fatah eko ke agbene base fit skate drop ke no ke chufa na yen vitamins ekome 7 polisa okwo boni chufa iskamo ya ekome 7 ni ke ju he how bi alo ye oshia manke yafo ni baby gbeke bi ke chemo to e ke krokume ise bafo na ke gbeke fo piti ona no ni gbe na ke je musu kon lenjo homo ni yo lenjo eto ni gba lenjo asodidi ntronjo onye nole ne wo ehia ake sake onye ona niji base fit kids drop neke chufane ngone ojugba de nche fefe bike jomo mba agbele dana emi ise ke skuni kaseni ibale ni agbanele hu na agbe no ni fata yikula wo fe wole ake wonye wo fe no ko ni waji ni nchoye mi iwie mo no no ji wode hiamojo idake da okwafo he afabang no he woda Leebi ye Leebi Ŋulami no niji o mashimone star no teacher Elijah ke wonchi niji if you believe prayer ministry abeba ha with the word of God niji Leebi Ŋulami sake wonye wo kani ngale wonye wakawaji wodeshi e wangane kenje niji if you believe prayer ministry bi akashi lumake ame we be wabakani keje Ezekiel niji chapter 7 when one can kenje Ezekiel chapter 7 if you believe prayer ministry led by teacher Elijah meji many born okay very segments ne enyom no wakani niji Ezekiel 7 ji libne ken ke the Lord spoke to me nuncho ke mi wi enyom ke mortal man he said this is what I the sovereign Lord I am saying to the land of Israel. This is the end for the whole land. Etenke Israel, the end has come. You will feel my anger because I am judging you for what you have done. I will pay you back for all your disgusting conduct. For no, okay. I will not spare you or show you any mercy. I am going to punish you for the disgusting things you have done, and so that you will know that I am the Lord. Okay, this is what the sovereign Lord is saying. One disaster after another is coming to you. 6 again, it is all over. This is the end. You are finished. Na no niji 7 okay, the end is coming for you people who live in the land. The time is near when there will be no more celebrations at the mountain shrines, only confusion jinoni baba e wo ngene keji wokan imele woko wiemo keje niji Ezekiel chapter 7 kanwa ngamba shimo keji onabi yani jingmene gbinem ni bo ba nyokani koni ogwaboni ngale shi kamo yo han yake wonye ni waji ko yemi wonye ni woke iko afata mo e oba soli koni da keda ono fe no fe mom le eyi emu le ake libne le hu na agba e baba o watishi ke jomo e baba o susun e baba o chi no ko me pesa ake wole ake nuncho e chu wo heni ni kaji ikebuto e be pia mle no e chu ake jibu yemi shekule sai ko papa e habo no libne le ake pressure na wa a pay school fees blanching lesson yemi deke bia sanji yemi no na ba ye hia yemi no chumo san yemi ohia mokonyomo ni bi baba o jino ni yo be nemri ni 24 hours alo 24 hour kaji ake achintape sano bi ake within even 1 minute ni 60 seconds make 1 minute many jino ni ya ni bi baba o afo agbo apeye afeni bi short ni enfese na mo ken ha adisa no won no ji won bi ake aso many jino ni won work won no feel na efio se na mo ha o ayaye fe leb no banyo kwa na no ni o mi ji mo enye keke a won wo film Facebook ya ka wona na agba fiu tojian e wo film Facebook mo e keji o ka won ye bi TV no ke oyi wala don wa nche Mr David Clotty le aka moto ne o hebi surprise le won lo ba fata we me kroko me fe leb no ke yi wala do wa chi wo ben ke portal se wo ko no ni eba ke boni shikamo yo ha ke boni wo ba yale wo ke ayaye fe wo ba weku wo ba shi bi kokro hu wo ba ba no ba cha no e chencho nche baba nche me baba fata mi ye chiane mi kwe mene mi to wo feel political ka agbene wo ba feel strictly social because keji wo bale social way of living ni bi baba o jino ni sake bi pm man bi wonye wo enjoy alo benefit. Or we should be beneficiaries. Basic necessities ni bi come. No na ke saka nya fi ahawo. As a man be, won pay tax, won pay ni bi kroko me fe. Ene me fe se wana le boni water wole. Okay, this time around we are leaving no stone unturned. No hiwo. Oyemi o, obemi o. Na ke telebo ne saka bo. Onye ofe ochunhe ni nkometo ele no ele boji mo ni wo ke yo sani wo ka mo be sani bo ko ba anya no ba no wo ke ji wona ni bi ekuma na o ba chi wo benke bu shi fe se matula sanje ekuma no o ba bote ekuma mli ni wo ko boni eshika mo ye ha e ke agbenele wo ke hweshi aso boni e yale na kanji boni wota wole lo ke bale wo nu gbe fangbe ke bale wo kan ni papa na mo gbe fangbe e bale wo hila ke ni bi kroko me no ni sa ke wonye wo yi wo machine mi chon sector by sector ni bibi come ni ba wa ma bi dani government dienche ke ihwale abawo shishi no ma chi ma ben ke portal se come sajin le piete no watch Sam George le hu e ke accountability series ba fon man jano lo ma ke ba fon man bi ayin ni aga bemli ni baba e anu onu nshi akere na won pion mu e won no fe no na chi wogbe ne ejiziba ne ha ni wonye ho shinre mi aloju gba keji le sector kometo ni na kana agba eje ba ko ne ji eje amato na echu ni wa de nche shin o ba bo we mo tuwe wa kwe ake aso heni wa she ake mangana keji won kwe kenje se kemba more decades more years eba that's my machine haten one way won shi ake we are developing country but as to we are developing country where are we now? That is the big question. Inna washe aso me na me ba hie wo hie ke ho be kwa me bomoden ha wo ame wa wo ame tuno ni sa ke ame tun lo pa ko ehye eni sa ke atuni well the question it lies between you and I eja ke aflache inyem ma decide mahabu bo onyen o decide ha me but when we come together when you constitute na actually na can component actually like a unity here me sure me ba think bo fen wo no na kanji boni sake wonshi o ba chi wo benke sti news wo kwe headline say ko me ka gbene wonyo sanji amli die nche na kan ke wa share city news headline say ko ja ti government tea bills auction oversubscribed by 42% in investor demand surge. Okay, can you hear Ghana to intensify mpox sensitization campaigns as cases hit 303. Meaning more. Ghana Health Service. Allo na me pote jam mandate. Akekeji bepi akehe la kwe wehi no pe. Saka nya tishina fanane. Abamea une poli. Abamea une fite, abamea une chenge. Eja galake definitely nyomo bo ababa mi. Keji nyomo bo ba mi pe. Mukole hu 0.2% wo ejen. No ewo keji BPS ane enwe no afo omli. Abakwe they spread all over. Ni noni yo na gba eji wo meni wo be ko etaflache. Wo nyafo e wo mo kla ji meni wo pele owo yi. Maba wo nya kenye ba somo wo mo wa chomo nyon ehanye. She first say wonkwe bia na democracy nke bo fe wonu nshin ojugba na kan wonu nshin ekwo ni wona wale ake je kemiano ni mkebo ano yi dabi alo nyoni masha de ngakrana na alo ma he de ngakrana na ni je mi no ni alo je bo no ba ye ndi dabi je no ji democracy ke wo makeko to enjole no ya hweremo democracy ni bi PM wo chole keke democracy no ni wole no ji democracy be no chwage aso owi ojomo no pe chwage democracy. You have the freedom of speech, freedom of association ke krokumen dabi kokoko no mi pafai keji won to wole ni won chose wo pafai wole no onye ha wo ba wo e won shin ko ni wo kase a ni wo se enye wa wo ye heko obaya wo yin Accra Tourist Info Center niji gutted by fire na kan laji ege laji na be ko ni we mi cho e ba we no wa betene se ba hishimo fence with security here. Momo transaction hit 323 billion Ghana cedi in June despite monthly dip. Agbene Kenya here multi-choice has not they've not demonstrated good faith to Ghanaians. Niji Cat International nakan. Okay, Sam George chuni wa de enche. Wakwa ke aso at the end of the day who no more just any benefit BP keji render service bu service provider money be ba seek for both service most at times le his according condition and services terms and apply ona terms and conditions now apply every service no render na can be akwo ake aso money ba seek for service ibanye lo na kan watch Sam George happy cut on the 7th of August ake amenye alo amekwe ni price say no bagbo be no ele oyashialo no ele ba shin for gem OSP's unattainable bill niji conditions meant to punish Adom Ochiri na kanji boni lawyer ake watch Adom Ochiri ni sake yani na OSP can call contract community no bebli ni eji board chair ya Ghana ni airport hopefully short airport asusu ake contract community no ni sake banye baji na well OSP for ni chele shi atemia wa ke sake bill na ba hanle be landed property ji no ni sake ake ba demona alo maka ke ake shian ba take by ke be shan ke krokume well sane court shin won kwa ke Kenya yin te ba fi ten te ba ji han ten ni won ma bi e oba na boni ni bi shi kamo e ja ke anukwale ekomepe wo ma bi wole no ni ya no yi mi ke bo wole no ni ya no no ji wonu aka ke afi ne be no ji afi o afi ku iko wo he ku ji aka ko wo he ku wo de nche wo to edo tafla che no ko ya no e shian no ko ya no Nisake bo ya no ba no ato no kokeba ege gbagba wa ga ke no koko global no pay attention to it dabi bo susu mo cho wa ke shin eke no ko ba mo opono no ya bu no o fe tu ibu shin mo be pie ke je o afi tu ibu e ba ye bu a no ke ya yin o ba ko akete shikisane e shika mo ba afi ihate e ja ke ihia ke telibo sa ko chuke mlinjile be ko ne ho allegedly wonu ake Christmas trip na he ke ma airport ko die nche ke ja chon boy jara wa ba ke emini na no wala tawa ba o alo ke ji o she airport enu ba fagbe be straight up to heaven she first o wa kwe sani e je na ba jale mli ojugba no he wo mi na ke bail conditions enye ni na ni eloyan susu ake no ko tamoto egbla mo she well obaya wo yen wo hia mlawo lo aloma ke meni le mla ni amenye amekwe amehawo. Your proposal lacks logic. Ghanaians deserve better. Watch Sam George. No wabule tu wanye minu na ate wabule tu. Over 3,500 students affected by unaccredited tertiary institutions. Niji posak lewonke ineba. Agbenele we Mama assures Nigeria again no plans for mass deportation of citizens. Sinche John Dramani Mahama. Eni ni eshe keji beeshe ni sake wonye wana meya wana watu enjole. Wabetu enjole mane mi nkla ni keji oya abisa ni keji achi ana gonyo tan bena montan ya achi. Iwo wokwe bon ba fe keji amefe ameni bi ojogba Mr. President. Ofa na wa yeshiba mli. Ndamonyo mi ntonda memba ba wana jamli. Ni mi nkwa fa keja me fe amenu bi ojugba as foreigners boni sake amenya me hinji yo ma na emi na me kani bi gboyin baba bi wo be no ba no atafla che ake allegedly agbemoko allegedly afa rituals allegedly afa momoko yinme afa momoko toe ke krokome maba wo Ghana man bi wo wale ne kani bi ye wo Ghana bi di enche no ni wo tawo wana jila la ji no ko ni wo tawo hie wona eja ke wo sumo wo e no wo fe no ko ni ba ni la yin aso e sikaje beni wonyemi mene nti tashin ke kaje beni wonyemi mene ke kroko me ba futu wo man bi ne pe ka gbatu pe hime na ama ne shi mo anyinyo ji ba famo he ko tamo ka so ani amli ne ke onyo injen in body nche osumona maba no yen wo ma nya bale hwe wo businesses le hwe nya he businesses e fe le hwe still join we ni no well what boni ba ya le bill terms must be predictable and legislated. Okay, well here reducing subscription fees not tangible. Niji DSTV tells Sam George. Miniji not tangible. Exactly what when you enjoy. Okay. Exactly what when you jala wacho kula. She first okay o machine wa do to ngwe wa bo mi she. Eni wo she wa bo te sajam ni dani ncheme hu abami. No yo okaji wo ba je shishin. Mene oti ni wo ba ko eji won ko the big push. Niji the big push ni watch John Dramani Mahama ke administration ke ba wakwa ni your big push em ake national infrastructure development ni sa ake woni wona so wabanye wona lu agbenela won keji nche ba isen ba bi ake oil revenue sa ake kwaya eneke big push ni wa bi ake many wo ni sa ake enye eya agbenela roads ni achitaka ba sa ekome ni mu etenke enyo oba kwe no hu le hu ekagbe no ko eboni shikamo ya shin oba bo wache Sam George to yake over the weekend take wo weekend ko boni le hu e sector mlin shikamo ejo ha o producer wo bo to ifi wo ba dani wo she oti mi jo the main ni ne he woni mene wo yo hia ne mene
the data he was expecting to keep, and I have evidence of this. I mean, and some of them, we've actually urged some of them to come out and do public sensitization. I'm sure you all saw the one by Mr. DKB when he complained about his data, and subsequently he realized that it was from his own user behavior. But I said, like I said, we will continue to deal with every single one that comes our way. The third thing we've done is comprehensive ICT legal reform. The ministry has completed a thorough internal review of all existing ICT laws, regulations, and policies. As a result, 15 new pieces of legislation being drafted as we speak. These include amendments to the Data Protection Act, the new cybersecurity regulations, the Ghana Innovation and Startup Bill, and frameworks for artificial intelligence, digital trade, platform governance, and cloud services. I dare say that at no point in time in the history of our country has any ministry worked on 15 new pieces of legislation at the same time. But that's what we're doing, because when we say there is a reset for the 24-hour economy, this is a digital reset to put Ghana in preparedness to roll out President John Dramani Mahama's 24-hour economy. This legal overhaul is designed to modernize Ghana's ICT regulatory architecture in line with global standards and preserving national interest and inclusivity. The Ghana Startup Bill has undergone both national and regional stakeholder consultations and is now in the final legal drafting phase. This law will provide clarity legally for startups, tax exemptions, incentives, and a streamlined compliance framework for innovation-led firms. In line with the ministry's vision of establishing an enabling legislative framework to foster a competitive, investor-ready digital economy, Ghana has been chosen to host the 2025 Global Entrepreneurship Festival slated for November this year, which will bring in over 100,000 innovators and venture capitalists into the country for a 3-day event holding here in Accra to invest in local startups. 4. Ghana's National AI Strategy and Digital Transformation Blueprint. The Ministry of Communications has led the drafting of Ghana's National Artificial Intelligence Strategy. This draft strategy, which has been co-created through high-level consultations with stakeholders including the British High Commission, UNESCO, the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology's Responsible AI Lab, and GIZ, and the UNDP, has led to a strategy document which has completed legal reviews and is scheduled for cabinet presentation this quarter. Parallel to this, we have continued in May to launch the National Digital Transformation and Emerging Technology Strategy. This document sets out a roadmap for ethical and sovereign integration of emerging technologies, particularly artificial intelligence, across sectors such as agriculture, healthcare, logistics, financial inclusion, and education. This strategy reinforces Ghana's commitment to inclusive, right-based digital development. At the ministry, we have taken action aimed at reform, integrity, and oversight. Because like I stated in my first accountability report, we believe that the Operation Recover All Loot initiative of His Excellency the President is multi-sectoral. And so at our ministry, we have decided to embark on that. First, and reporting on under that will be the Kelni GVG contract. Following concerns about the cost effectiveness of the Kelni GVG revenue monitoring contract, the ministry referred the matter to the Attorney General's Department for review. We have noted that the value of money paid to Kelni GVG has increasingly increased as a percentage of revenue, rising from 28% to 84% in October 2024. I have directed a renegotiation of the terms of the Kelni GVG contract for the remainder of the contract pending the Attorney General's advice, and we have also made the decision not to extend the contract beyond its current terminal date. Smart Infraco and compliance enforcement. You remember and recall that in my first brief to the country, I indicated that we had realized that a private company, Smart Infraco, had 100% access to the National Data Center, and the National IT Agency did not have any access. I immediately directed that should be rectified, and as we speak, NITA has 95% access and root access to the National Data Center and all of our infrastructure. Smart Infraco has also failed to honor multiple financial obligations under the agreements that they have with the ministry, including an upfront payment of $2 million and annual payments of $1 million. I have directed enforcement and compliance of those terms immediately. Efforts are underway now to compel full payment of arrears, else we would take advice from the legal counsel to terminate that contract in order to protect the public interest. NGIC and 5G. The NGIC, Next Generation Infrastructure Company, the exclusive shared neutral 4G, 5G infrastructure provider, is progressing steadily towards its target of activating 350 5G ready cell sites by the last quarter of 2025, with at least 550 live sites for 5G expected in Accra and Kumasi. As of today, NGIC has deployed 16 5G ready sites and received full NCA approval for its core network infrastructure. I've also indicated in my last briefing that failure by NGIC to roll out full commercial activities by end of Q4 this year will lead to me terminating the terms of that contract, taking away the exclusivity clause in there and opening it up for fresh negotiations. 4. Ghana.gov. The Ghana.gov platform has run under the previous administration of President Akufo-Addo without a contract. Millions of Ghana cedis, in fact, hundreds, tens of millions of Ghana cedis were paid every month to companies without a contract. We have put an end and a stop to that. Since President Mahama came into office, not a pesewa has been paid on that because we cannot keep paying for a project that has no contract. The ministry has redesigned the project. We're going to launch it in Q4 of this year, working closely with the Ministry of Finance. We're currently at the Public Procurement Authority seeking clearance to proceed with a public tender to ensure that the best value for money is achieved for the Ghanaian people. The redesigned site will feature faster access, full Ghana card integration, an intuitive, streamlined interface tailored for both individuals and businesses, and will harmonize all of government's payment gateways and platforms into one portal. 5. Operation Recover All Loot Oral, specific to broadcasting frequency audit. As part of the government's oral initiative, the ministry directed the NCA to conduct a comprehensive audit of broadcasting frequencies. The first phase of the audit revealed multiple regulatory infractions with a total estimated tax penalty of 9.5 million Ghana cedis. Several stations have already been shut down for non-compliance. The ministry remains committed to reclaiming state assets and ensuring that frequencies are allocated transparently and in accordance with law. And you will also recollect that about 5 weeks ago, the ministry issued a directive to the NCA to shut.
Nakai no kaji ukawonye bululu e o machine no ngene wakawanye wo Facebook shimwe wakamuyibu wakawayibi kenje shan olu em ni ji kanya safo ajajato street wache Sam George eglani bia mlinsan onake lelen eto eni bia na ni ejalemlin ekome ehye enumo no shi wona wo yewon dam asono na ewi ehia alo ehia wa de nche ni kaji okuebo ni biemo shikamo yo ha sane nawa shi efe post ko ya Facebook kaji in kaneta obasan wa ya wa boleto ko yake asad na no wo yo ke NCA amewo amehino ni abakwe broadcasting ni BP ya no TV se kuma no ekoji abake ke shika ba no wa shika eko nju bana ke afefe ni bi kume ona ni bi kume ye screen sa no ni behime no ebefel na ka ni bi afata eko ni wonyemme bi ke wonyemme ye ke hin ke kro kume le hu ameka me wo suban kume mi ni se mi achon na agba ihan awoku efe ke wo mangana fe ya ke Ghana na yo kama kume na mane government e na sani she wanna le because of woni bi fe mo boni wato woni bi wo wana baby wana ke ma baby the country has we at heart but baby I feel tamo well wabaya no it was some judge face on post ko Facebook ken ko ne ke DSTV bi ne ahi ni maso maka ne kaji wo kan ntan wabaya wabo wemon wabaya chat wemon no ekom ewe and I quote some judge ke in Nigeria the government took them to court. The House of Representatives intervened and they complied by suspending the price hikes. Judge stated, but here in Ghana, despite improved macroeconomic condition earlier this year, including 10% cedi appreciation, over 5% drop of inflation, and falling fuel prices, DSTV still pushed through a 15% price increase in April. No bobana ke lelen wache elino ni fio ni sake hani wo mambie wo ya jowo achefu ono inflation drop by 5%. Wasi dia le hu e na ye wale no mi na eko nkashishimo ke krokome dabi keji onyo comply you go washi no ya meye na banya chu baba o ekotamo boni road toll na yo na wache agboje anu nu nsiake almost about 22 companies eba na ba fi agbelemi ko na ba na fi lodugba e wo wache Sam George e tawe papa ke han wo man biye je onupa ni fe money bobo no wi ake efe onupa ni efe chon ke kroko me nu tumo na etu bo onu osisi ni lehun efe ko ni wo fe wo ya jowo wo be bika ge ministers come ame fe onupa ni ame wele ame konjiano keji ame ba wi o ba na oli mi ke bo fe wole ni le ebe mo ko me nchom ni o na boni ni eyo ewo washi wo minister say akono whether past or whether present or whether many ameho ni ololu ame amla lomi ame nchulo jogbanjo washi ame kono ma no chulo jogba we will criticize your work oba criticize onu tumo eja ka wache John Dramani Mahama ha pass mark ne eliake ni banye deliver, so if you can't deliver that is where eliake don't even come near you can't come on this time around but here we the people, the citizenry, hold me accountable. Wa dienche. Wa any party colors. It's like what man be wa ajowo. Wa he ajowo. Wa taxes no pure. Wa he ajowo. Light no here. Wa he ajowo na kane papa wa kamli. No ni wonu. It's like what na nu papa wonu. Ne can be never is a basic nibi kumene saka o mambia woni ahye no wana good health ke krokume e wo wada nyensumo o wodumo nye kono because ne kanye banye tu ni nyeba na ke hanye ni nye isaka nye tu lodugba no Sam George mi shio kono no ani mage mi shio kono bo ni wi opponent boy me baba o be ne get DSTV ne and this shouldn't be a problem. Common DSTV ni okwa kweno ni yano e jenje maji ke hey krokomano activities ni yano whether going to whether aso ba benefit wale ba wa boye ko allo no koni sakoko ya wo mi. These are some of the things ni be pie we do monitor on some of the airwaves. We come by to DSTV ne ko leta flash oye bi enyo ete ne saka ofe family subscription e hagbe ke bi onyo ofe family standard ele onyo pay standard be mi no ma onyo pay ine keni bi ne fe yi wa wi ni man bi wo producer wa bullet wo ba keju oba wa cha wo wi mo watch Sam George accountability series no kono wana kelele itile ojugba
down 64 radio stations. The President, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, intervened and requested for amnesty, which we granted a 30-day amnesty. Let me state that of the 64 radio stations, 58 of them have written to the NCA and started the process of regularizing their paperwork. However, you would recall that I indicated that the total number of radio stations in default was 210. The 64 was just one phase. We expect that the public sensitization with the first batch of 64 would have compelled the others to have taken steps to rectify their anomaly. For all those who have failed to take any step, there will be no further public announcement on it. There simply will be enforcement in order of protecting the public resource. 6, girls in ICT. The ministry has scaled the 2025 Girls in ICT initiative across the Volta region, Upper East region, and Upper West region as part of efforts to close the gender gap in digital skills. In June this year, 1,000 girls from 18 districts in the Volta region completed a 3-week practical training program covering web development, game animation, cybersecurity, and coding, equipping them with relevant tools for Ghana's future digital economy. The Girls in ICT initiative reinforces our inclusive digital transformation agenda by investing in the next generation of female tech leaders and ensures that digital opportunity is genuinely national. And let me once again remind you that this initiative was an initiative that started under President John Evans Atta Mills and Vice President John Dramani Mahama in 2012. Now, on consumer and public interest protection efforts, I'll start with PayPal. The ministry has formally
what's a room of food? Ni women, Ejinoko, Yawa, and shake a training ni akase game, ni the game animation, ke web designing, ke krokume. Many year fail, ake wenye meyi, loma ke wo blind ko blind ni yo, ni bi ane wo aben nchumo be mami na atwen, wako we ba wo ne ke training name. Ko ne benefit mo femo. Na bone je 12,000 plus. 12,000 plus. Ni neke initiative ne ba ne baba oni yo mie. Keji ona above 30 years ke ya. Keji aya iko man se obe mi iko. Wa kokenje kole from 25 to 30 years. Me na me yo the potential. Me na me yo ona they have the ability. Ake ambanya make kase neke no na actually gaming, animation, kagbene web designing, je no pe cyber security eyemieko akase coding akase ne bi baba oni iba fi se na mo han wo e manem because keji wonye wona ne keni bi na e wo wana ka wanchi amnie manage gbefa wo fangbe wo mo ba yin manem ni wo ba sa mami no ni wo kase wo ba use wo jomo ke wonile ni wo ba create a conclusion ni wo ba gbelimli na kan e ka wonye me oni ba ama men kase sikaji enye bale na kan government nye fe no kwa mambie ni wo ba kase ni wo yin ame but we will flee away, we will go wabaya heni wabaya heni wabaya because ake bebia ni ha ona ni si ebanle na kan eja ke onugba ni wahara amema isum we sa ke nuchumo na menchu ke ha ma wonye ni wonu wo enwon shujugba ko ni wo ke wo yawo mi ona keji bepi abagbala mi ne ke ni wonye wo ke wo yawo mi then the initiative becomes useless. It becomes useless. Government if it takes care follow because none of your say na fe na afio ne afia mi gabo fe wo keji o fe to ebo no ba gbelo jomomli no ba bisanji wa bi no ni ya no the flat je meni ameli 1 2 3 pe ji meni initiative ke ada ni bi kroku me ewa dabi call e bi call bi e achombo. I think ya 2 months ne ni wanyami wache jatane no abafe ni ji abakwani bi amlin ken ko many your radio stations ke make de ame operator ni ji radio stations ke krokuma TV ke krokuma kala media aka here my license is fair amedi shimo wache John Dramani Mahama ne liake keji neke radio stations and TV stations na here my license ya me depend it ba affect unemployment e ba say we no ekon ile no ni real because I've become a victim of this kind of ni what call like a radio station come allo machi TV yo ne ke o machi TV here workers time of 50 FAA ko even get 20 workers for FAA ko ni bi isheko na ba ka ba he license ye di men 20 year na tron ni company ehihie ta flache ekomeye bi ta flache ekomeye wekume ekomeye nyao ekechata ye hia na me no ame bo ame wo modern ke kwa me no kaji ne ke revocation of license ne be na habo ne okesa oni bi amli onyofe na he license na yo de we ke se ni yahia ta fi ame ha ten amba atashia me ba atashia na ke gbomo adisale hu e betri na mo ewo kokwe na ye ekwe abeku ekwe neju na ke na na menfe ekwe eke ba womi no ikesani baba ona ewo be pie ewo na ke ona you have to be a visionary obana foresight into the future. That is how we live. Ni ekome femo unity kagbene no ya shore mo if you're successful now but look into the future, you think into the future. So on a foresight, on a vision, can no vision fe blay, dabi ekola ni vision ba fe blay, but let the brains focus and cast into the future. No you know what awo. Ona nie no ewo watch John Dramani Mahama. I think he's walking the talk. Me again, I'm seeing him as a leader because ni akaba revoke ne license is ne fene liake member batashia kaba tashia peta flache abawo hoyemi. Many is money ameya na ma join ne illegal mining ne amebaya. Ta flache many lewu ameba tomo gbe kroko mano na ke shashai man ni bi akolo man ni bi ajuju man ni bi allegedly abafi. Isheku yeli baba mi. Manga mese yemo baba mi ma wuma ona nibi baba o yo mlin keji ekole onutumo afite alo heno yo abakeshi yasian eti na gbawulu ne ke na gba ne no it then again comes back to the government because keji saneba na ke apla moko alo afe moko nokope ajo fo ato amlalo e wa amlalo mine e wa ofe no nisa koni mambi e wo to e ajo wo ka do fo ke banyengo. We are safe in your hands because we believe in you. Well, need 1 month period, window period. Mo fe mo no like shi sani redundancy can be comment. Ne ya lojugba when it comes to online session call documents no can tune as a media house assembly. La ba e odi e wo kwe ake watch John Dramani Mahama intervene by intervene here o man bi Asebaye mulo alo bohun otu eni ko ni enye ya lojugba because nebam as che ni ka chejibo lo ye sian no sian bi alo man bi mpin o man bi na iwale papa o man bi na ni eni na meye o man bi keji aya nutumo jenga nutumo be o man bi ana road papa ni keji tafla che yo loko yen ho ye heko na ba anye akwebon ba fe ni keji hela chamu akelaya je pa kwa akelaya fofo akeni bi krokume asa no man bi ame ona keji ame ye oke jomo le hu fi ni jojo gba ha no jomo feel active or feel proactive because ona ke da bi ni bi yano ideas let me put it into use because government if ona kemun ke wo je me ba mo energy no ni shi mini ji no ni wona amunyanya na kalanta enye wonye amunyanya so kemeneba eke etominina ewa mumamo nke nweku etominina ewa mumamo nke mbi sichebelo leke mokota je na etu onye dani bo na no soko ewa be pika won fene sake won nke ona esake wo focus into the future wona vision esa no vision e ble okra Leba towo ejake bia ne wo youth ni wo yo me I'm standing for the youth now. Why ba to? Wo ji me ne ba to if we don't utilize jomo ni wo ba nye ona esake wo nye wo ke government ana chakpa initiative program no fe no nek baba ni wo susu ake ba o man bi esake wo ke wo ya wo mi esa ni wo fi ona ka mistake e don esa ni wo fi ona ka mistake e don because na kanji bona ato aman kaji mene training na wo fe wo ke wo ewo mieko ni wona men baba wo do you think aka wabasu make wa lo men keje manse ke bana ba tun awo mina you but then ne baba like a black man is not capable of his own affairs no way na kan era be ho e wo bia ne saka woni wo check e wo jomo a way of think ona ni bi baba o saka woni wo fi ni woni wo he has Ghana man bi bia ne come Trump is impose another 15% e kon ken for Ghanaians no ene me fe ni kase money you ke bia ne wo healthcare worker say aha visa don ni kase money why man mi what to man e machine Ejake, we have the skills and the potential. Come on, into any man, no. Tafla into any man, no. No papa ye miye. Wakaji body enche. No afoya again na. No kwe ya no. Ewa be mu matashi aloof ke kroko me. Ofe. Ewa min pafai. No fe no ni baba. Waka wa ya wom. Neke no Ghana card ba. Me baba oka me fe Ghana card. Afe Ghana card. Asat na oni ke boyu one. Ghana card. Efe very noji document ko ni ko nye. Unake lele. In a way, you are a truly Ghanaian. Oh, yeah, Ghana card. When you have nibi kome ne here, ekota mo passport. Ona, voters ID card. O ye Ghana card ye jen. Birth certificate. O feko. Neke nibi ne. Eji nibi kome ni. Esa ne to health insurance. Ona, esa ne to we kenamo. Shoba bill ya keshi. Averagely menye pote keji akes agbote wojiam mejogba na patience so jogba menye your name na me your birth certificate min bisani birth certificate e poko ba fe mo po echosani menye ne keni bi ne eji no ko ne esa ne enu owo asmanbi shoba biohe ke menye your birth certificate e my name menye pole heni afi your birth certificate e ale passport, many your passport, your name, voters ID card, and national health insurance, many your. No watch Sam George. Tony be an ojoba. Sane be moye. Ni at the right time, Obabi. We mole we baba o ni mina keshin. Me isu sumo peji. Me na ha me ke ultimatum ne. Abe bomoden. Ko na me yemlano. Ni wonye meni yo ni chumo e kumamle amena na amechu ya keta flat shia tamowa I have been a victim of this baby na fe banking cleanup exercise no me EIB yo Star FM jemeji ni yo abale workers obashia wonye mi olololo wo ba she ni wo she wo be pie kai mu ake kaji eto obo e ona sande tobo fiu ye tole ni tafla che o agbo yi dabi sande tobo wa famo na jian ni bi kuma ida ne ba mo wa producer wa ya wo yin wa bo wa che to esh kome kaja no say e ka we wa kro kome foshin ake keji akwe na yin DSTV lose niji license na me yo aka kwatru ni abaye she wa she ko jen producer watcha we mo no e kolole kome sake wonye wo butu because accountability series e hia sake wole no fe no ni ya no your name only one wale washing down mo e ja ke 4 years e baba no e maybe at January shishi afo aja year mi etan wo August the 8th month of the year bio ya ke from January to now many did not bo onyo to machine. What are some of the plans? Because I believed before coming into this 2025 where we made a lot of resolutions as so many did not no but I can't not join on unnecessary uncertainty say le baba no ele onye ojufu ye na e baba she aso no benem ona sane ya unto producer wa botu wa bash kome kun keji wa ba we ni bi baba o ewe mo mo ne ye hia ne o bashira
engagements with PayPal to restore full access to its service for Ghanaian users. As of June 2025, PayPal's regional government relations team has issued Ghana a compliance roadmap outlining the technical, regulatory, and financial standards required for whitelist reinstatement. The ministry is working closely with the Bank of Ghana and other key stakeholders to fulfill these conditions and to ensure PayPal also meets the necessary requirements to operate in Ghana. This effort is a strategic priority to expand access to global digital payment platforms for freelancers, SMEs, startups, and the creative sector. Securing PayPal access will remove a long-standing barrier to participation in the global digital economy and expand financial inclusion and cross-border trade opportunities for millions of Ghanaians. We're working closely with the governor of the Bank of Ghana to ensure that PayPal is given access to our economy and our digital space. However, we'll insist that PayPal will comply with the regulations of the Bank of Ghana. 2. TikTok. As part of our efforts to promote a safe, vibrant, and inclusive digital creative economy, I met with TikTok's West Africa Government Relations team on the 26th of June. Our discussions focused on enforcing age restrictions, safeguarding minors, and promoting responsible content development. I urged TikTok in that meeting to ensure fair compensation for Ghanaian content creators, and I also proposed the establishment of a local moderation and content governance team to reflect Ghana's value, protect our user rights, and support national regulatory expectations. I'm looking forward to the TikTok partnership with the ministry to provide capacity building for our content creators in the country on how best to monetize that platform for the benefit of Ghanaian content creators. That should happen in Q4 this year. Now, MultiChoice Ghana. I made the announcement that I had directed MultiChoice to be present at the ministry for a meeting. At that meeting, we requested
na kind of big agenda Germany na share multi-choice, multi-mini ngene ekoleke last week onye no butu ngene samjata eba julami ke julami obana no ni yo ne ke multi-choice bia de oni em ake wonye wope gbebo so sumo no yo me e ma wi because president ya egba we can criticize the governance only if it is leading to national development. Le why egbe ni wo yo why we wongbo wonye wope standard e wonye wope family wonye wope onu mishishi e wo kaji lelen ake woche no mo wulu han ni sake price se no agbo sake no agbo ko ni wonye wo subscribe ke wo subscribe maji ano nibi ya no ne ba wa wala shinlem le ake wa kwenu wa kasi alo wa kwenu won wa make input enye fi o mani ya wo e wo eni won mi na jemeje na se ile ni won bo na enye mawe ma bo shi sani ele wo fi won wa gba eke mu na won input ko na input e wo producer wa boto e se multi choice eni eji sani wulu e se je wa bo boni jemewe mo le hun shita mo ya
compensation for Ghanaian content creators, and I also proposed the establishment of a local moderation and content governance team to reflect Ghana's value, protect our user rights, and support national regulatory expectations. I'm looking forward to the TikTok partnership with the ministry to provide capacity building for our content creators in the country on how best to monetize that platform for the benefit of Ghanaian content creators. That should happen in Q4 this year. Now, MultiChoice Ghana. I made the announcement that I had directed MultiChoice to be present at the ministry for a meeting. At that meeting, we requested a 30% reduction in pricing for subscribers of MultiChoice Ghana's packages. The meeting addressed public concerns about affordability, value for money, and fairness in service delivery. I made clear the ministry's expectation that pricing structures had to be responsive to Ghana's current economic context. I made a formal request of 30% reduction in the package pricing and gave a deadline of July 21st for a formal response from MultiChoice. On the 21st of July this year, I received a 9-page letter from MultiChoice detailing why they were refusing to reduce their pricing. Their reasons included that the cedi had depreciated in the preceding 8 years by 240%, and they claimed that my request for a reduction on the basis of the appreciation of the cedi was unfounded because, in their words, the appreciation of the Ghanaian cedi over the last 6 months has been a fluke which could not be sustainable. As minister, my fidelity is to the Ghanaian people. I have had to act in the interest of the Ghanaian people, and I believe that the Ghanaian people have been fleeced and exploited for too long. I wrote back to the NCA on Monday and directed the NCA in that letter to suspend the broadcasting license of DSTV effective 7th of August 2025 if they fail to effect a reduction in their bundle prices. I cannot, as minister, serving the Ghanaian people, continue to watch what can best be described as plain stealing happening to the Ghanaian people. In my letter to them, I gave them scenarios from 7 markets that DSTV is operating in. The same content in the premium bouquet that is offered to Ghanaians for $83 equivalent is offered to Nigerians for $29 equivalent. How can anyone explain this price disparity to me? Enough of the mistreatment of the Ghanaian consumer. They either comply with the reduction, because in Nigeria, in the same time frame that they say the Ghanaian cedi has depreciated by 240%, the Nigerian naira has depreciated by 409%. If Nigerians are paying equivalent of $29, DSTV must charge same here in Ghana, or we will suspend their broadcasting license effective 7th of August 2025.
Ojogba Sunday. Some George ewifen. Some George ewifen. Wonye water oma. Ni nyeba. Ni taflache nyeba wanu ofen wo ya jowo. Egenye piti. Nyeba titi Kenya dabi kokoko. Kaji oti Nigeria. Wonye mno some George Ŋulami chunokpa. Ne sake live ne. And I think his constituents should be proud of him as a minister. Ni chu ni ken Ghana, not only a party. Je party ni chuma chu. No yo egman am lelen ni ka me wie. We mo na me wie, they need to adhere to it. Keji am nye na me follow nega protocols ne. Me license in alo ame igbe na me yo aka ba operate in Ghana. Aba here am din. Ni asa down ni nka wo yo nu wo mi wonye be. Engona keji o use DSTV kwa ni engona. Nibo ba na no ni ya no maji kruko man. Ade engona keji o pay affordable price. Sake woni won enjoy ne ke benefits ne fe. Ni ma ya ba. Mini no atawo. Jele mi haya na abaya po ne. Abaya po ne. Ni keji aya le benuele. E ba fezozo. Lele shi first akani ege amewie wo ame reply ni reply na make ba amenmaneke wolone on the 3rd of August 2025 ni ji month namely no ame reply producer get for no work bo na etile ha ameke media statement DSTV pricing in Ghana ameke multi choice notes with concern again the recent statement made by the Honorable Minister of Communications, Digital Technology and Innovation, Mr. Samuel Nate George, regarding DSTV pricing in Ghana. It is regrettable that the Honorable Minister has taken this stance. He cannot, withstanding our ongoing endeavors and engage with baba blah ke balene ke le blofola le ngma papa sita flat allegedly keji aka shokowo le nu ele ameba yue allegedly keji aka shokowo nu ameba yue ona sikaji awiake aka ameba fe ni na pe e ka gbe na eto amane nyekwa price se nyekwa package se no yo no o tri me ba ka o tumri ana wa chiresi no yo no Ghana population can claim 34.5 million. Ono shishi Nigeria amay 233 million. Liberia amay 5.6 million. Angola amay 37.9 million. Botswana amay 2.5 million. Eswatini 1.3 million. South Africa 64 million. Romakake be after South Africa woji many dabi after South Africa Angola nani woba. She Nigeria ji money cover fe ni Nigeria may population 223 million. Premium when Ghana won't pay 82.40. Oh na $82.40 ni come on no go Nigeria now may 300 and come on Nigeria be 233 million. You want 34.5 million. They want pay $82.40. Now go now may far. I mean more than pay $29. Angola 61. Angola 33, Liberia 61, Botswana 61. Hey, it was Dabi. Nya wakwa anoko. Nya wakwa anoko. Wakwa premium people. Okay, compact tell when 54. It was in all this what you many will lead when it comes to pricing. Go wakwa premium one pay 82. Fabia fair ame washishin. Kaji waba compact plus le one pay $54.30. Fabia fair le ya washishin. Ni mi chone ame population e fa fe wo population e. Compact le one pay 36. Fabia fair ya washishin. Mini sanepo ne Ghana. E wa mini wakaba wa na wakwa family le family $18.10. Okay, be maka ke be family pay any one ake Dabi 18.4. One pay for family for access 9. E wa be mini Ghana mini salipo le. Ona ne ni ne inye maka ke ju Dabi kokoko eja ke mokwa no. Akeke ji o ba gbele ona no ka ke mko e pe ni pon alo ba pass judgment until court ewie akemene eton alo etonko ewo asad na enye maka ke amefe ni fonko shimo bode yo le ha na kaji boni wona le keji wo 34 lo 35 million ni me come na me 333 million won pay 84.50 na ma me pay less ewo won ya lo omba oba be ake mini no yo ma na emi kra ni eyo akono na ya ni me kokro me nsole ni wo ma bi e wo yo seku o wa jo ma no ba loke ya beni Chinese bimba ame malls baba oni your man emi ame come on January February ame fi ame occasion say okay December she ni wo enjoy what Christmas say what the various places say wa any year January February ka ame loke ti ame mam ame na me ka boost ame economy ame ke dollar nja na me ka boost ame economy ni wo wa ye bi ni wo nje wa ye ami nani sake mambia na uko me mfamo ko me lowe ngasi left and right center hefe ni bi ko ma hefe ken choko jeme ya je fe ken choko je ne ya je by force you go mi ni we na ke taflache wo mambia taflache wo lelo ni ya no wada gbebejen woda osukwada gbebejen wo ko lo ka chekeje amepe mene ka me lo ba me se shin shwele ta fla che be o me ni wo be ku e be wa jewo wo che me ya ka gbe me wo nye me neke o che ba fe neke o ni ba fe neke wo ni an ba fe neke o shi che be le ka je o ku gbe no poni ta fla che ko me ncho dani ngme na me ke shi a me chichi ya ke neke o ba na ke lele no ku eji e wa Sam George ma shi o kon no no tuma no otu agana e otu agbope Dabi kokoko sake wo ya jo as a country koni woni woko pa obu e wo obomode wa de enche won expect ake as a letter na meke ba bo men di no ni o ba tun e no tuma lo ba tun e si me ba yue o fecho o mene e jochon o e ajo uncho ba ke mene e jochon e wo meni no nyeta wo tenye to na tuni ate mindie nchatanya obo ba nya oba keji bo le no come no ba wa na cho gbenu ni saka acho koni anye atu shi fese o ka won hwe no ko jala me wo Facebook wo magbele npa echencho koni o kemi aye bi na ke ncheme ameba she ko shi NDC ba ko MPP ba ko moko ba ko but wo ka wo ba somo ni wo ba atu e wo tele na kan wo kan ya shikwa o ba wo le fio ko no e mi aka ye ashinbu shikome ko ma she ko wa jo to won wa bo mi she baby na mi yake amoto no ka wo ye bi nche Mr David Clotte ka gbo na plan la ke ngene o mo la ni bi ko me ke mfoshin o ka wie mo e fa che ona shin o wa she je ke ngbele pe o mi e ke bo hu wokwe keji o ye na ko alo ye chose mo ko no ma o ne ke ni fe mo ne no na kan e ba yin keke wo fo wo te lo jugba noni wo ba ya no ni wo akwe lo wo ba yue ji amlalo donate almost 40 metric tons of cocoa products to the state of Palestine. Amlalo donate 40 metric tons of cocoa product to the state of Palestine. Ona any nekesani ne bone kanshidin ake mokobabi ake te fe ote na ba lo wo mani bi na ka ha man kokru ni wo me ni wo yo man na mi we are in need of those things na kan ni bi na kete aka ha whether being cash, whether being kind, whether being whatever, we also need it here. So wa bi aka mini wo ni ebale na kai ni sene wo ambassador to Korea. I think ni sene watch John Dramani Mahama appoint ambassador to Korea. Here Kofi no neken here Kofi egbe Kofi wakola ke Kofi Korea. But wakola ke Kofi Korea. Neke appointment ne ma bisani dani wacha wasani gba no. Aso ejagba lo ejagbe mimbi. Ake abala aka ba ke leje Ghana nyoni. Korea ni actually Kofi Korea. She mami jebi ona sanele keji basa ko follow. Well, saneni yo minji mimbi ake aso ejagbelo ake ahan foreign for go kola ke ahan foreign appointee. Aso ejagbe. Neke what Kofi ne at the age of 14 years. E manemi Ghana ne uni keda. Through education, enough mom laying Ghana na ke ikeda. Ni wo fen wole ake mane mi keji boyo ojebie ninu je hekotamo Nigeria ni ke oba hinshie mane mi pe automatically in a way mo echo manyomu echo Ghana nyomu shi ona ne ke appointment ne aso mi bi ake anyu oke watch John Dramani Mahama kpangbelo ike ha Ghana nyi ike ne ke no watch Kwame Nkrumah fi investor in other African countries. Ake watch Kwame Nkrumah ebo modern many we sake lo washikake ya he komenta bogini ke krokome shi mini dabi kokoko ona African countries say keji woke wa follow trend ko be ko de hunkwen shiko be ne wo fe woke wo e national no one central bank ya Africa ne shiko wote shien no woke wo shikaya kan ya manse o kan ya ton bo no tun awon to bo kan ya ko te le uno ya ko shike ko no ko ba tun ni awon ma le nwe ko te le uno akọ o ba pe ke ipa bo no shika wote alowo ba na kan ni bi efe sake 15 of the past ebe ao what revolve within Africa ne no obaje wo fe wo waje wo fe we are capable and indeed so far as we are capable exactly we should go on no mishishi she first say me again egbana because one inketo saneko ake be ko ne we watch Nkrumah invest in other African countries so what has been the benefit or what was the rationale behind it? Inche David Cloth what was the rationale behind what Dr. Kwame Nkrumah what was he doing? What was the rationale? The motive behind? It's a big question. Offense I go she appointment na watch John Dramani Efe. Ake opinion are like noses. Jomo chomo etamobo na amoke sabola ye Jraeli here. Ko te wana ke amo eko dawa. Sabola eko ye finton, eko ye pepe o. Na kanji boni opinion yo. Etamo gugo eko me ndala, eko me bibi, eko me ekplolo. Fense ko yo komi e no chomi. Ewo min bisani. My appointment ne keji obi mi ye ni ntane eji o manye sani ona no on mi wi ake Eshebe ni sake we the youth coming up we have to in quote excuse my language think outside the box. What feel very focused. One nation ni no one nani no one leni ta flache the appointment ne na ha. Nye minchele Kofi Korea. Kofi Korea alo ekole be ma wole latte Korea fine watch le latte Korea ni ke latte Korea no wa bia ke meni ji no ni poten ba nya fiama ni bi baba o because more than je kola ke je Ghana nyoni she ba hi Ghana keche then na appointment ne a president for bana e wo minse a president e bana e wo minse many dik me kpana ni oppositions na me yo ne ke ma na emi ne ambana ame wo minse ake so ame manjopo kwa heniton ni one no ni one yen pa wo no ni me kroko me ba yo ekeshi I don't know asa na emi le age mo go yo eke ba mu mi we njomo chomo keji bohun okami pagbe e fine lo kami pagbe le hu e sa keshin onyo tashi din no steady terrain no steady governance but ne yo ake aye hegbe ni wo African countries say we come on no fe no fe wa ni wo na chakpa no matter what ne ke chakpa ne ke ji wona ni wo fe mi ojugba ma se bi e mo ko nyan chomi boji na mo e president e mi ba she e man bi mi ba sha me e na ne me mi ba sha me e wo me no investors bank ona secretary me no investors bank because the leje bi keje ke no ko tema ne ke awo mi ne ke gbena mi ne ke gbena ye ma na mi ni e wo na ne ko abon ba fe ne ko la maintain mi ke ko mepe ke na ne me ni investors ya me whether ambanya build plant in job production mini akaba ba ma na mi wo ba na ise e wo be pie ake let us think outside the box sometimes when you are investing into noko cash oil kula because ekule no fi on jebu ba wa she ba wa no bi e wa ya wo here ni wo kwa ke aso ne ke donation na fe ha Palestinians ne ejagbelo no ncho yen ngla in ha scenario fi o kupe mu hiyo yake bo wo kwa susu ono yi e sho be ni manko yepo ni ta flat be ko ne okumo wo te men kume wo ba ninna boni ni bi ko me etele before nko na mpanshi ake wo te men pi o ba ni wo survive through the struggles then ona ekoji 83 homo ni bane 83 homo ni bane me baba o eba witness in again 83 homo ne chuke ko homo je bodan no le ni wo yo ona flata ka wa flata etan combien ka wa flata etan e sisien na fi otomo biscuit agmala na on what na ko down e wa tole ke dengbe e won chomi ni won chomi olololo si won he won ya ke wo se ko e ba yan o producer wo ko e ake money control apa le sapian government ete donate niji 400 metric tons of niji cocoa products ke ha Palestine man wo ko bonish kamo ye ha okay hiyo yake producer nchunweni nakan okwako no oke fono awo no okwebo ni ishikamo yo ha keje no obachi wo benke ni ji the big push nchonye nwi mu ake big push eji no wuluko ni ka president echi no wa ake abakwe kuna gbele gbejigbe ye hey baba o no ni portals yo no wacha afenyo po minority enwe o mi ake keji ake about resurface niji portals roads ke krokume unake ejinoko ni ejagbe producer fan onako video wokwe boni eyole ha wokwe donation anything no
of Ghana. I extend warm greetings to you all, and particularly to our Palestinian brothers and sisters in these exceptionally trying times. Today's event is a gesture rooted in friendship, empathy, and the enduring historical ties that exist between Ghana and Palestine. Ghana and the state of Palestine have long-standing and cordial relationships built upon mutual respect and cooperation. Indeed, the relations date back to the establishment of the Palestinian Liberation Organization's office in Accra in 1986, a move that marked Ghana's unwavering support for the legitimate aspirations of the Palestinian people. Has further been deepened through meaningful diplomatic exchanges. We're on Dr. Mahmoud Siddiqui Al-Habash, Chief Justice and Advisor on Religious Affairs and Peace Relations to the State of Palestine, and his esteemed delegation. Their visit reinforced the enduring spirit of cooperation and mutual solidarity that binds our two people together. Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, we're gathered here today not only to reaffirm our fraternal ties with Palestine, but to respond in a small yet heartfelt way to the humanitarian needs of the people of Gaza. The images and stories emerging from the conflict zones, particularly the suffering of innocent civilians, especially women and children, are heartbreaking. They are a painful reminder that behind every headline and every statistics, there are human lives, people who long for peace, dignity, and hope. In this regard, the government of Ghana is pleased to extend a humanitarian donation of about 40 metric tons of premium Ghana-made chocolate and cocoa-based products under the distinguished Golden Tree brand to the people of the State of Palestine. This donation is both symbolic and practical. It is symbolic because cocoa is one of Ghana's most treasured natural commodities. It represents a significant source of economic livelihood for millions of Ghanaian farmers and families, and embodies our national values of resilience, warmth, and generosity. It is practical because cocoa is a powerful superfood. It is rich in antioxidants and vitamins. It supports the immune system. It promotes cardiovascular health and enhances brain function and emotional well-being. It is also a natural energy booster and a vital source of essential minerals, particularly from iron and magnesium, which are crucial for women and children's health. Cocoa has also been found beneficial in the management of hypertension. We sincerely hope that these cocoa products will provide comfort, nourishment, and a tangible expression of our solidarity to the families facing unimaginable hardship. We also take this opportunity to express our deepest appreciation to the Palestinian community here in Ghana. Your contribution to national development has not gone unnoticed. Notably, your construction of a modern classroom block in underserved communities of Dramani Kope in the North Tongu constituency. Dramani is my name. How did it end up in Tongu? Some of my relatives came and settled there. Dramani Kope in the North Tongu constituency of the Volta region, and Yizebisi in the northern region of Ghana. This is a testament to your enduring commitment to humanity and social upliftment, even in the face of your national adversity. This is the very essence of global citizenship and solidarity. Your Excellencies, Ghana's humanitarian support also reflects our principled stand in favor of international peace, justice, and human dignity. We remain firm in our support for a negotiated two-state solution to the Palestinian question. This is in line with international law and relevant United Nations resolutions, one that guarantees the inalienable rights of both Palestinians and Israelis to coexist peacefully side by side within secure and recognized borders. We continue to call on all parties to the conflict to embrace diplomacy, commit to dialogue, and end the cycle of violence. We can achieve lasting peace in the region through sincere engagement and goodwill. As a country that has walked the difficult path of nation building, reconciliation, and democratic progress, Ghana believes deeply in the power of negotiation, the strength of peaceful resolution, and the possibility of renewal after pain. We therefore urge the international community not to relent in its support for all efforts.
Okay. Watch John Draman, mama, I blame me. Sajia come bluff back. It is self-explanatory. Self-explanatory. Jali sanye. She amotone kaji okami be o machine no. Leebi Ŋulami oje cherry momless anu your penny o machine morning star we are here to inform and also entertain, whether in a small way or big way. Jedidaya live na mi body money if no ko. Okay, Leebi Ŋulami oje cherry momless anu your pe okay baby na ni adote ngake amotone micho wo ngwese few. She come ko kaji okami be noni omlinji. Faikpa mo wulumi tu ke ha ake ngene wonye wo Facebook no hewo echencho magbele npa wo mi 02743243 wa kaji boye no ko fio nga wo fio ko ko ka fata ko wona ke eyemu wo henu wo she wo baya wonye no ni channel ji the big push agenda nakan the big push agenda ni eji no wuluko ni ka wache John Dramani Mahama ke NDC administration amatwi no ni amekpa fake campaign akan chawo to enmeke chobie ke jebie chobie the big push oh mini no the big push wache John Dramani Mahama egbla me anu wonu hia it is a comprehensive and a transformative initiative ni ebani micho transformation aba ka ke transformation e bo no nshi nakan aba chake ni biam ke krokume ni ebani we economy edamoshi ojugba dienche ibani efemini like big push ne ka ba ibahani quality of life improve because kaji heni oyo ni big push ne agenda ko ejeme kola ge no yo gbegbe alo road ni oje yin na basa road an abo e ta flache ke pia water ofimo onye ogbadun mogbe no akechon ni ba o ka pon no ko fi e onye ogba machine agecho ni ba o alo kaji road construction ne ya no boda moje weka komi e be ba yiku ke na be ba yiku apon no be ba pe ko ja ke ba tole ke e ba nu body e ba dehydrate e need pure water fe fata yiku so ba kwa ke big push ne many ji no ni eyo omli ojugba because what John Dramani Mahama ke ne ke big push ne eji no ko ni ebeba address issues come ni egba ona such as unemployment agbenele inadequate infrastructure be pia mismo na me use block for agbagbe ni ka wonu podi enche wonu sisi so sumo o tale nko no ni yo miji what again initiative ne eji no ko ni kaji anye institute alo ajeshishi iba improve life iba hanimi cho ni bi come adamo shujugba because one nuchumo be kaji aje the big push shishie iba ni nuchumo abama mo wa be aga mini nuchumo no baba egole mi yo jimi ta flache aka ya fe gbedigbe ke krok me mi yo mi ni yan fe ka ajeshishi o mo ke flo ba nyo we amajin abai komi ke kina abai nuchulo e no abai pure water ba incho yen wiomo onu mi shishin ni won so le akenege big push ne ba wa because keje wa mu e ba san wa heni nje ta flache ngbejigbe e ko meyin road se ko meyin nje prom gbugban je nji eni nje to be precise nje adikowe ye prom o keje o fila ge je gadangbe ni form obi jimi bo laji noji zimi pie e wa ba ya wonye ne ke $10 billion push ne na kan go mi wache John Dramani Mahama noji na kan go the big push ni wa road minister wache agboja e ba gbla ni bi amlin san to the extent ake 24 ne ke big push ne ake 24-hour economy ba femini our institute ala akwa incorporate ke o mi e wo bo contractor ni se na wonye nyomo nyoma kome na ya ewo 2 weeks koni nyeke ba back to post nyeba chumu papa eha ni wo fe wole aka ewoche John Dramani Mahama te Western North ni amli ya we baba wo can call the big push agenda ni la we yo ke ha me jeme dani macha no koni mbagblamli machula road se bia na big push road se go 32 jino ni yo shishi je no be she na get fit mo no ko ni country no to mo ni wache former president Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo ke so mo chuke tu no le to e ma wa tuncho ko ni enye eke dalesien na kadibo ni big push ne e ka wo che John Dramani Mahama twi no ke agbene NDC administration ne mo other projects ba no ji co current benene ya no ekomehun ya no he krokome ni wole si akenene afe major na make fe campaign ke krokome nka make do to ngelef amehan wonu ni the big yo ya gbo onu ko baby na jedidaya babo onu ko aka wa fe road e ke krokome na kan mama tsuwa kome si masuma ka wa bo wache John Dramani Mahama to bemli na ite no western north ni amli boni e present niji the big push agenda ke ha me obabo tui ke no se gemba matula enyo ete ekoke macho eko mano gagbele wogbele pa enwemi ake mana nimene pa ona ke ngene ni femo fe social nothing like politics ebami ewo kejibo won otwa no ni ya no yo popa no na egbona no na ke hin kula tang aketan lo tang ka clock fo ewo keji no ko etan yo popa no be to machine no ko no ka fo no na gelele wo ba to adafie ne session na anya ba tu eni ewo wo ba kwa video ba keji wo ba kwe ake te big push e shi kamo yo ha te ni bi ne ba ka because what John Dramani Mahama wa anu nu shi ake projects baba when it comes to road infrastructure ke krokome ni NPP administration amenye na megbe na abagbe fe na asiye kwa ka aje konkroko sie dabi wo truck ekpenjo ebotem yomo e wo 6% na so akacha na okeke wana ke wona ma ese na mo o na boni ni eyo e wo babo wo chetwe be mi na te western north ni am the family here concerning the big push yani wonu nshiwa ke big push ne eba feel ni bi baba o dienche obo wo che tu oba ka owa tula ni bi kuma no wona ka wo ke ni fe mo mba na gbe wo bia ne bo samo e ke pako ba ese wo ka o machine wa jo tu enwo abo mi nse o wa bo le tu oba
Nanano, I've heard your concerns about the roads connecting our farming communities and our markets. These roads are vital arteries for moving cocoa, timber, food products, and people across our country. They are not a luxury, they are a necessity. And I assure you that these projects have been fully captured under our $10 billion Big Push infrastructure program. This is a program to commit at least $2 billion every year in infrastructure development, and we have begun to roll it out in the 2025 budget. We are committing resources and technical teams to ensure that these roads are completed on schedule. I have directed the Ministry of Roads and Highways to prioritize these roads and return contractors to site to work without further delay. The Honorable Finance Minister has also assured that the resources are available to reconstruct these roads. And he has said that for any contractor who works on the Big Push projects, if you present your certificate within 2 weeks, you will be paid. So money is not going to be a problem. So Nananum, if we start the Big Push and we cut sword, if the contractor is not working, it's not because we are not paying him. Then there must be something else wrong. Roads such as the Enchi Elubo, Dadieso Akontomra, Adwafwa Osei Kojokrom, Sekiboikwa Asankragwa, and deteriorated feeder roads across Sui, Bonsum Kwanta, Bonzan, Esam, and Bia West are all slated for reconstruction.
Nagai, no more lenche yui. Ababoni, no more lenche yui. Ike, can be nefe their necessities. Necessity. Osumo is no koni sako enjoy as manu. You can no kone ke yano. Ni bo ke bo batase. Ni bo osha bena achilele inse genya. Bebo otase. Bebo chantanse. O chantanse. Ni le labase. O komo sani. Beno bana kan eche wode. No tashi no na loko. E wa agenda ne zaga ofe wonye wako wa ya womi.
koni wa enjoy ku because nibi ko meye ni ona esan wo wolopo wo gba wadapo esan wo to awon imepo dan wona ne ke nibi na ko wa cho beneficiaries that be ekoji to good road hospital schools ona wona nu papa wonu ona ni e wona kane won kamli ona fofo lefo ateni bia no ona kotoku emi hu fefew kafe na kan kaji chata mbashia nyao e minche ka chata mbashia nyao e minche si amoto na emno ni mlini wo yo ne ho beni chata mbashia le je nyao e fetu men na kule aji wa mi to wa hie ona nya shishemo facho ona Mr. Agri nekeni lele nekene cameraman ni lele nekene je no fe no ayo shiken kebake je no fe no ayo mo ko private issues ayo ele keke shi dare again yin so gbogbo maba ona ni no won pa fai wo fe wo wa ko ni bibi ko me ni sak won yo enjoy as a benefit allow what more beneficiaries as Ghanaians because we are paying our taxes, indirect tax, whatever it is ake one you enjoy. And none of road minister within 3 weeks, the contractors are going back to site. Koni amenye amachu amenichumo. She wan pa fa kaji nyenchunya chu alojuba. Kanye sheko ni wo pipe le hu ye jeme our pipes kaji wo pipes say holo shipon. Wo pa fa kaji nye je pipe say tan nye reconnector wo pipe say ba ko nu wona nu papa ko wonu. Je be ko ne o no ni ba ya bo se o kan roundabout. Ananu bia ne inaka contractors aba fe transboring. Tomo tele mi beni inwe eke square sake contractor na egbena. Efe transboring koni ni across kaya noni ya Accra East bia lane no ni wo Accra West bia wona no wonu afele na kan shamoto na ni kabo yo bia na kaji o sha bose o kan me fe ni ogbejegbe bridge e fe amenanu amenu nutu wo papa e ko ne mu ke na e wo chon o e ja ke jenje ageke yi esa na no e wo pa fai bia na e so road minister annually I think 5 days, just 5 days ago, contractors are going back to the roads. Ameyana amachu ameni nakai niji road minister Kwame Agboja ani wonunshi. Ni big push project ne to money join here ake 24-hour economy policy ake womi ake futumi ake chakami. Kuna nagelele aso ebe afa na molu. Be aneke what foreign affairs ministry passport after 24-hour economy 24-hour policy jeme na kano before then am lalo ne ba chake what chief justice then lewu hani court say baba o boy pilot ni 24-hour economy ne aboy pilot ekotumo wager aden tan yemli ke he krokome no kwa ke asote eba fe ni ne haten wa big push ni ba na ni roads na ba black krokome 24 economic policy efata yoko wache John Dramani mama ke ona ni no we yake keji olaka onye ka ba yin wasumo tonton fijin ye dabi wasumo tonton fijin wonta wo sure fijin sure na ka katayua emeno oni sure enye tuni ojogba na kan inke komo Biane no NDC pe yemai MPP yemi CPP yemi New Force yemi come on all the parties in your Ghana ne wo fe ta eko ni ma choman wa je mo yemi wa we come on wa ka praise ko ha any individual allo was single out any party ko no ba ke wa ka je mo fe ba han le o male wo fe ta eko wo fe wo yemi eko wake yijemo ha mo komepe dabi kokoko kaji bo leader fine she wo fe Ghana man bia wonwa ni nutumo ya no ni ntabia ne nke party ko chuni she fe mo mi ju ego ya no wo applaud a single party age legit dabi we have to get our things right wo fe woni bi ojogba as a country odo mi sisi no e wa big push ne 24-hour economy policy ne akbawo benitu ake contractor say kanye le ninye te site ninye wo Ona ke mlenje mi to appointment. Mi to ni John Dramani Mahama. Me appointment. Me ma sumo ni ona. Ma inspect most of the projects. Inche John Dramani Mahama live na me body man. Appointment e come me me fair party. Ma make sure that the right things are done. I'll move from place to place to do inspection is aka wo fe ma fair. Na ka appointment intawo. Ni yo ya ka chencho nche ma bomi tuwe chencho watwa ma chima benga president se me ngem fair party mi nto ma chugana mi nchugana mi nchugana no ni yo minji 24-hour economy policy ne akwa fatai tafla che beni menchu ni no mo ya me beka mi no kelewele ko peteshi ejeme na kan beka mi no akpele ko ejeme tuoza fi ko pete one side there wache ko ejeme no ba yo na ko no ye no na e wale no kechu ni e no abaran shift me baba tuneko abaya me baba joame abaya onu mishishi eke fe fo eke wona ke lelen beko no ni mi wo nke mbani na mi mbani na those time a circle cash a circle e gbeke pa yo jala a circle cut a circle daytime ona agansu opono agansu ole agansu ona agansu down ona agansu no jagbeke pa wo jala a circle mbani na fefel agbamo kona sibi ane mini wona yakwe our security are very poor. We don't have good security system. Or before we have it, but then we weren't putting it in a proper maybe I work for security ojugba. Street light tell etuni nyao lindo klo lebne mi body manyewa o tunu tumo wa de ntekengwa chesako e wonche amewa bo liako komepe ke ona deputy nko na me je no konikra she MC say na wele ke DC is ke kroko assembly member say na were nye this time around nye nanoko e wonye tu onye ni ojogba wo badumo nye ko eno ni nye batu ni onye tumo nye tunye somo ojogba danu wo ya jo a threaten him ko life dabi wo threaten him ko life she mo won reke musun shan ona sumo ni wo yo ke han ma ke wonye mekro me no jino ni wo jo le po wo be bi afiot mo wo yue chon je ni wo yue chon ma kan o tu ino chon le sake ni bi ayale fe bone yale ona sake ni bi ayale fe bone yale ke ona wo ka fe comparison no ni eyan ro ji wo ko won egbe wo tunu tumo wo tun lojugba na kan so be fi oni be ba fe bi 24-hour economy ne iwe mo akan fatai won pa fai wo jaje mo kejibo ko e ba wa chi obenke no chi obenke ya ke no tumo le e ba le yo en wo she ni ri won na ni bi ko me ni your big push $10 billion na kan ke wo mi baba o ni ba fi gbejigbe baba o kwe neke Kumasi road ne Ojakra how many hours to your Ashanti region 4 hours 30 minutes 4 hours 30 minutes just imagine road no you know just one lane they can't feel overtaking shoo wow keji wona dual lane okay ne neke big push ne ekoko ni fata eji agbelemi no ni omlinji keji post Ojegane no Ashanti region alo make Ojegano ya northern region ne sako ya pa Kumasi em fe na no se top dabi ko se ju super agbagbe ko efun right ocho no aje mampon ko je mampon no chila no Kenya ke chila no chila be no ba no aje pu e north ona ni Adomi bridge ne le ba gbe ko kecho je ke aje akwamu fie e chala no be no ba na no oyen kembote vota mi ho abagba mi lon ka gbe ho egbe ho ka gbe aflawo ona ni ewo keji ene me fe baya no ni inye mi me kroko me popa no ke he kroko ma me ba jo ame movement ba fe okay transaction ba fe okay business ba me no engona kama mata be ma bolo alo ma yue kokoko ife nakan no ewo wo fe saka wonye wo fuase producer wo kwa gbejigbe ekome I think for now 32 roads dino ni yo under the big push ni abanaba kwe ko ni akwebo ni ba fe na ba je nu chumonship nke minister o shi after 3 weeks ni we will mark them boot for boot boot for boot contractors now on your market back on the roads near sag we are going to mark you boot for boot whatever come buy we are going to inspect the work according to Bonisaka when you want inspect but this and first one what she get the first one no work what she come over na kind wabache fe yo to mone yo le fair ojugba 32 infrastructure niji roads na fair ni wanje she can claim but about constructing a new bridge on the Oti River na kind ka gbe ni odambai no na makane fair if you come 32 wabaye be fair no because enyo ni saka wale ekole gbile na fair accountability series ne obe radio obe TV oye TV oye radio ekole pono na ri odi enche technicalities ke wiemo eni yo mi onu shishi majale mlimabu lebne o mashi Leebi Ŋulami no wako waju to egbenu abomi kenkle nya ichomo construction of a new bridge on the Oti River at Bamboy Kenya rehabilitation of Wahan Road upgrading Tumu Hamil Road, upgrading Tumu Han Laura Road, reconstruction of Navrongo Tumu Road, rehabilitation of Techiman in Konsia Wenchi Road, rehabilitation of Wenchi Sola Road, construction of Sunyani Outer Ring Road, construction of Kumasi Outer Ring Road, no Kacho Eastern Corridor, no Gino Niyo, nege Eastern Quadrant ne. No area kekeji agbagbe na sheji so awanya gbake wo ne kegbe ni aje mampon keje mampon ke ya fe e kami o ba je maji na ko aje northern region fe no wa pa kuma si emle ahun dan wa she no ni je enum no rehabilitation of Bintiri Nakpanduri Road, rehabilitation of Dodo Pepesu Nkwanta Road, rehabilitation of Atimpoku Asikuma Junction Road, rehabilitation of Esikuma Junction, Enyiwarasi Road. Because it's like reconstruction of Enyiwarasi Ho Tritrinu Road, upgrading of Akosombo JJT, Kudikope Road, upgrading of Esukuma to Enumboso Paleme Road, Numfata Eko, Onyemeni a Paleme, Abasagba and Yechencho, upgrading of Adomi Bridge to Aquamufie Road, non in Chitan, rehabilitation of Ho Peto Road, rehabilitation of Peto Afia Denigba Road, rehabilitation of Afia Denigba Penny Road, rehabilitation of Penny Aflau Road, dualization of Winneba Mankesim Road, dualization of Cape Coast Takradi Road, rehabilitation of Mankesim, Ejumaku, Breman, Esikuma, Agona Swed Road, Lemfatai, rehabilitation of Temaflau Road, Section 1, rehabilitation of Dodowa Fienya, Dowenya Road, Numfatai Eko, upgrading of Oyibi, Apollonia, Afienya Road, Nakanje Gbeyin Kla, Sakanya Kwana Felo Jubaboni Muluke, Nibi Komeko, Tema, Kemensama, Bani Mulu at one shake, one message, no back on tomorrow, lipstick, eyeshadow. About Fefe under the big push. 28, construction of Enchi, Elubo Road, construction of Dadieso Akontombra Road, upgrading of Ajufua Osai Kojo Chrome Road, upgrading of Enchi Kujuru Pechi Road, Kenagbe Nokra, upgrading of Bediaku Junction, Camp 15 Seshi Adabo Chrome Road. No jina gbe no ni fata ni eyo under the big push. Mi suma kamache ni cheleun e wo ba yin se fio piti wo ba po contractor se kenye le ni akenya site e no na akenya gbe na nya tu ani ni a wo to enjolemle wo sumo be wo sumo gidigidi wo sumo na agba wo pa fai he na cho na sika na akaba wo nyanyomo. I think you have no idea. What someone who have an idea of what you are not doing. We want to see what you are doing, simple and short. I ageke ya here big push ne iba walo road se baba oye aye comment mo wona ke Accra inner roads ke krokumene ni sakari surface ke krokumen potholes ye he kumen abachi mo potholes no ke ni bi na fe baya no but nakan no comment nakan no men commento ele ebe under the big push no inchula no ha boy no na ewulu ewu jie ne ba ni moshini agemans eje aklowa ikeba mami ona ni je moshini bi pe she bani transaction afi very simple but kaya ye oba bia ke wo railway system ele onte ya le ante aso sky train enya ba channel lo Mr. John Dramani Mahama ko administration sky train be ko ne o na ka ba ni train ayen ko yo mi a o nya ba channel alo nya cha no sake wonye wole shin bi apa mi o wa ko ebo ne yale ojogba na kan no na kan tumo fa governance e be easy at all leadership e be easy at all because if you want to become a leadership or you are a leader the first thing you have to do is to set the example or set the pace example manage the legacy manage the no gba ni se bi ba tono Why not come now show my 0274324331 0274324333 we should be kuku okupe ni wo ba place ina get show me 6 minutes pe ni wo ba place nche David Clot to ye jen bo le ake da o fata wo Leebi Ŋulami le ja ke Ghana kanye tui no wo isaka wo tula ni bia no ko na anya amele keji le hu na shi chekone ke mba e be na ke no fe no ni ba tun Leebi ne perfecto ni je fe ye go e wa be no kutumo perfect mu ba fe ko na kan wanyo mi excellent wanyo mi better but mi enke mi kwe oni wo mangana atama e ma se jogba ya o ka atama e ma se ya o ni se ne wo Ghana Premier League ne ina ge APL bi ameba momi I push a million kumo shikana ke wo mi kumo shikana ka each club whether being a female club or being a male club, a ham fair shika million Ghana cedi million. Ka kene ke shika ne we ni kuma mi to mo ene alo wo Premier League ne no try Ghana ne alo wo ni bi kroko me ni wo fear Ghana ne boy tin football pepo wo ni bi baba wo ni wo fear Ghana ne kaji lelen akashi tafula che wo me pana e ma na mi ni adwen kenke adwen mine Inka adwen ni tafla che adwen noko sike adwen ni adwen man here nko they will devote themselves and by devote am am fe nko mfa ngo ka shi all is vanity no jin problem all is vanity o ba fe o ba egbe o ba fe all is vanity ma pe ya e wo fe mo noko apa mo ni ko be akeka ibu wanya mi nu ndadi lumba be choice na ekwete nu chore njan la ekwa pa neyin kata be ni wo ba pe kun elala baba o le fe ne na ka bia mle yo wala na ese shi na shi ana ese e won na kan good name is better than riches even call fe podi nje ka expect mo kwa ke ba shi okono kokoko dabi fe mo ko me o trim ko no fe no e ya ka nu mo ji mo ni wo ade sanyomo ono mishishiye yo no go fiteko ibayin ka fele ne ken fi nko ibayin me player ba ke ko te ko tamo Saudi Arabia alo ya Arab countries kemi male bo ba no to no o kemi male aso Arab countries I'm a players rough Arab countries I'm a players I'm a rough I'm a whole player ewa tanu ba na no kunakai mini wo amele the usefulness of the player na amele yake saka me kwa mojugba na amele yake resource na me na e ma mi keke wa ma bi ebe ma edwa wa me invest e o ma bi amli wo no mini wo kefio o fa ne wa wo resources natural resources fair ni wo yo e manem mini wo kefio acha go di oboase ya Johannesburg no akwa South Africa na ke compare oboase nke mi packaging neke mining companies ni o man em fe esaka government saka ma tashi ko na negotiate na contract e bane shi kamo ye han oni man won na shares ya go there na charm je corporate tax pa mba pay e ka ken chocho e ko men ke kro ko men ko te wie mo abana gbogbomogbonyo ona ogbomogbonyo wo ke we are rapping Ghana e won no fi ole je wo kweko henan kwale kan je me okwa afun Leebi na yo ya ko ke mi bi e wa de nche iche me ba shi fe se ka ketelebu aketelebu onyo ka ko tun o wa fe eku wonye me tubie ke be ma be ye bi won be ye ni na mu ba fe eku woni saka man ma fe Leebi na Leebi kroko me ni saka wa ko be fe be ngbaji ni tetelate mi da me fe ni ke mi ye be mi da nyesin many twa many bomitwe many kole ko yemi many ame susu ake no ni yoje na kani ame unko they are willing to make their input nke na agbabe ni lebe mu ko menchumi shidaya ame fe ni contact your Leebi na somebody manye ko na kana manager napo mi body manye Mr. Agri camera me fe aje we conclusion she challenge it is getting tough na when it gets tough once I know na you have to get in me flow me chemo me alante ko ne when it gets tough you have to get in bo waya agalanta je wo yen gbaji ni tetelate shida me fe ni ke wo ye ni fe mo ne no nyama che ko ba shego doctor yama probi hospital mbodi ma antikale aboso kan la ga Leebi no ke mi ye bi la ko e che bo mo shi ke cho machine no ko no na Leebi ne teacher Elijah ke we ba ye be e wo na ye mo ke yeli ake kwe ekpa fan se kunku o mole bro negbe ne ya no ne so wa fi mi pumping wa fi mi how come on o ba fi mi how ni wo ba fi mi e keji bro ni wo ba fi mi e wo fi mi how ne yin o po aka ke chionu na wo kwa chinu na ko ni no ya ke shoro mo ape wo fe wo no ngbaji ni tetela tes ko me ko nkanya ise kanya no we do wo le won be koko na pe so de mi e ke bro mo afi wo no wo ka e ma no son Ye wala don ke wokwemo.
Mashi TV. Ajatu enme kemenshi.